Hey there and welcome. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. And don't forget to click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So for today, we're going to make 3 different DIYs, and they look really cute and they're so simple to make. The first one, we're going to use some of these party supply trophies that you can get at Dollar Tree. I believe they come like 8 in a pack. And what you're going to do is go ahead and remove the handles of these trophies just using some pliers. Just go ahead and twist them off. Once you're done twisting them off, what we're going to do is paint them. If you don't have the spray paint, which is a lot easier, you can do what I did and just paint them. And I just use this enamel metallic silver from Walmart. I also am going to use 2 skewer sticks. But again, spray painting them would be so much easier and faster. But you can use paint, so just to let you guys know. And I went ahead and painted my trophy the same color. I'm going to use my sticks and paint my sticks and trophy the same color, and also the snowflakes. Now I'm using 2 different size snowflakes as well. One of the smaller snowflakes and one of the larger snowflakes. And I did paint my trophies 2 times. I painted them gave them 2 coats. I also painted 2 white trophies as well. Now using a little bit of foam, go ahead and cut out some pieces of your foam and just insert them into your trophies. I didn't add anything to my trophies to give it some weight, but if you choose to use this outside, or you just don't feel comfortable not adding something for weight, go ahead and add some pebbles or some sand inside the little trophies before you add your foam on top of that. So once you're done adding your foam, and make sure you push it down and press it down really good, go ahead and grab your snowflakes that you painted the color of your trophies and add some glue to your stick and glue it onto your snowflake. Now make sure you line up your stick to one of the lines on your snowflake. Allowing that to dry, and once it's completely dry, go ahead and flip it over, and you do the same to the small snowflake. Once they're dry, go ahead and decide the length of the sticks that the size that you want them, your snowflakes, to be. And then you just insert them into your trophy. Now, before you insert them into your little trophy, go ahead and add some glue to the bottom of your stick. And here I am just deciding what height I want my small snowflake to be. And I just simply cut the bottom of my stick to make sure that it's the height that I want it to be, adding my glue, and then I just insert it into my stick. Now, one thing that I'm not showing here is I decided to cover the top of my trophies, to cover up the foam, with some white garland and silver garland from Dollar Tree as well. And you just need a little piece of it to wrap around there. So just go ahead and set those aside. Now, starting with our next project, I'm going to recycle this Easter welcome sign. I traced out and just kind of freehanded a snowman hat, cut it out. I went ahead and sanded down my bunnies and the welcome on the sign because it did have glitter. If you're done sanding them down, go ahead and choose the color you want to use. I'm using gray from Apple Barrel, and I'll go ahead and leave that exact color down below. And I painted my bunnies completely gray. And the reason why I'm painting them gray first is because I don't want any of those bright colors from the bunnies to seep through when I paint each one of these white. So I decided to go ahead and paint them gray to give it a contrast also, because the sign back, the back of this sign is white. So I wanted to make sure you could see the snowmen. And I also painted again my welcome part of the word. This DIY, you don't necessarily have to recycle this bunny sign. If you don't have it, just grab any kind of sign and draw your snowman on it if you choose to do it that way as well. So go ahead and set that aside. Now get some fabric. What I'm going to use is this gray and white checker blanket from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut the hats, tracing them out first and then cutting them out. I'm also going to use some white fabric as well. That's from Dollar Tree, and that's the white microfiber blanket or towel that you can use from the automotive section. And now again, I just freehanded this snowman hat, but you feel free, if you don't feel comfortable just drawing a hat, go ahead and print one out and do the same process. So once you're done cutting all your hats, go ahead and get whatever little piece extra you have of the fabric and just cut little strips. And I'm going to use these little strips as their scarves. And I just cut a little fringe on each end of my snow scarves. Now with the white fabric, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the bottom of my hats just to give it so you can define the snowman's hat a little bit more. So what I did was just use the bottom of the snow hat that I made the snowman hat, cut that part off, and then trace them out on the white fabric. What color do you think you're going to use for your hats? Are you going to go more with the traditional black, or are you going to do something like I did with the gray checkers? So once you're done cutting all the white fabric, just go ahead and glue them onto your hat. And now it's time to decorate your hats. Now you can see on the side, I made one with some ribbon, this cherry and greenery ribbon, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I ended up grabbing one of these Garland twist ties and cutting the little pieces off, gluing them onto my hat. Now I also grabbed a little pine cone and glued that onto there too. And I made all of them the same way except for one. So for one, I ended up making a snow girl. So what I did was cut a little piece of ribbon to make a thinner piece of ribbon. And I made a bow with this red ribbon, and I glued this red ribbon onto my hat. And this one's going to be my snow girl. So I wanted to add a little bit more bling to my snow girl hat. So I decided to use one of these sequence stickers that they had at Dollar Tree. I know they have like snowflakes and round ones and this oval one. So just go ahead and choose whichever one you like and glue it onto your bow. So once your sign is dry, go ahead and grab some white paint and paint your bunnies now, but going to be snowmen. So just go ahead and paint your snowman. And what I did, if you can tell, I didn't go all the way to the end of my snowman because I wanted you guys to, or wanted to see the little bit of gray, like a gray lining again, so my snowman will stand out a little bit more from the backing of this sign. So just go ahead and paint all the bottom snow of your snowman. You don't necessarily have to paint the ears of these bunnies because you're going to cover them with your hat. But make sure you do paint them with the gray or whatever color you choose to use first, because you don't want that the bright colors to be shown through your fabric of your hat. And I just gave these bunnies one coat of white. So once they're dry, go ahead and grab your hats and glue them on to make your snowman. So I chose to make my snow girl the first one on this sign. So once you're done adding your hats, go ahead and get one of these squeeze bottle paints that you can get at Walmart. And I used a black one, and I made 5 dots for the smile of the snowman, and then the eyes as well. And I just kind of made my 5 dots for their smiles different shapes. I made some to the side, more to the side, some in the center, just to make, you know, each one of them a little bit different and have their own personality. And now for the girl, I decided to make her smile just a line. And there you have their faces. So now you need to make their carrot nose using this orange paint from Apple Barrel and a very thin paintbrush. Kind of push it down, make a little dot, and then you just kind of make that line to make your carrot. And there you have it. So once you're done adding their little noses, go ahead and grab your scarves. And what I did was kind of just tie a little piece of ribbon or something on the edges of your scarf, if you choose to do it the way I'm doing it. And then you just glue them onto your snowman. Now for the girl, I chose the same red ribbon and made her scarf with the red ribbon. So once you're done adding your scarves, now you can add 3 dots for buttons on their bellies. Now for the girl, you can use some of this little bling wrap that you can get at Dollar Tree, or you can use what I'm using, which is these little pearl stickers that you can get at Dollar Tree. And I'm just using 3 of them. And there you have your snowman. Now the wording, the welcome word, you can leave it as is, or you can paint it. And what I chose to do was paint it red. And I'll leave this color down below. I believe it's called Barn Red. From Apple Barrel, but again, I'll make sure to leave the exact name down below. And I traced out the welcome word first, and then I kind of filled it in. I thought this was so cute and so much fun. I just wish I could find something that I can make 5 snowmen so I can make my family. But this one, it comes with 4, so it's really cute. And just go ahead and finish up your welcome words with whatever color you choose to paint them with. Once it's all completely dry, go ahead and get any kind of ribbon or fabric that you want to use for hang this sign. You can even use some jute twine. A trick that I do, in case you guys don't know, when you use fabric or ribbon or lace, it's pretty thin, so you don't have that point. So what I do is I add a little bit of glue to the end of my ribbon or yarn, and then I squeeze it and pinch it in order for it to make a point so I can insert it into the opening of my signs a lot easier. So just go ahead and do that and tie knots, and that's how you hang your sign. Now for our third and final DIY, you're going to use or recycle one of these thankful signs that you can get at Dollar Tree as well. But what we're going to do is flip it over on its back, and we're going to use it kind of like a shadow box or a display box. Now you can paint the thankful words if you want, but I chose not to since it's going to be on the bottom anyway and nobody's going to see it. But go ahead and do so if you'd like. And then once you're done painting that, if you choose to, go ahead and flip it over and paint the edging of the back of your sign, just like I am. And you can also paint the inside of your box. And I just gave it a light coat just because making sure that in case you do see the inside of it, you're going to see it black and all even. And you don't need to do anything else to the sides unless you don't want that buffalo check black and white, which I did, because that's what I'm going to use mainly for my Christmas decor in my kitchen. So I went ahead and left it as is. Now, once it's all completely dry, go ahead and grab some foam and just cut pieces of foam to insert it into your shadow box. And I just simply glued them onto the box with some hot glue. Now, this little block came with this thankful sign, but it had fallen off. So I'm going to recycle it and just glue it to the center of my box and adding a little Jenga block on top of that just to give it more height. Now you're also going to need 2 of the packages of 2 of these white Christmas trees that you can get at Dollar Tree. One's a little bit bigger than the other, and you're simply just going to glue them onto your foam in this box wherever you like. Once you're done with that, go ahead and get some kind of filler. I'm using some Epsom salt because I'm going to use that a lot in quite a few of my DIYs. But I know they also have like little glitter fake snow and some really tiny little beads, like a filler that you can use. Anything that you want to use to fill your box, go ahead and do so. I wanted this to look more like a winter wonderland type style, so I chose to use this white Epsom salt. Once you're done filling it in all the way in, just kind of give it a little light tap and you're done. Now you can leave it as is. I'm going to put a word in front of my sign. I'm sorry, in front of my box. And I chose to use these metal words that you can get at Dollar Tree. They come 3 in a pack. One's believe, another one's peace, and then there's another one that says joy. I'm going to go ahead and use the word believe on this DIY. I'm just adding some hot glue to the back of the word, and I'm going to center it to the front of my box and just press on it and hold it and allow it to dry. How quick and easy was this DIY? And I think it looks so adorable. So I wanted to add just a little bit more to this. And what I decided to do was went ahead and grabbed some red ribbon and just made a bow from this ribbon, leaving my tails a little bit long because I wasn't sure where I was going to place it at. So I chose to place it on my bee at the very end of it at the point. And I just used hot glue, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut the tails off to the size I chose to make them. So there you have it. So which one of these DIYs is your favorite? I love all of them, but my favorite one is this Winter Wonderland little miniature shadow box that I made. And here they are all put together. My box, snowflakes, and snowmen. And women. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. And don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family if you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye!